How's it going, guys? I ended up taking on a new venture. I ended up doing the oil field for about 3 weeks, and I ended up quitting after my first paycheck because I found out how much they really pay you out of 25%. At least up here in Pennsylvania, depending on who you work for. Now, take in mind that I was W-2, but still, I should have still been able to gross. I don't know, about $3,000 or $4,000 maybe, busted my ass off. First of all, it all depends on who you end up going with. Definitely, if you end up going out and taking a job with anybody, tell them you want to see the truck that you're going to drive first and how much they're getting per load before they waste your time and blow smoke up your ass and saying they're getting $500-$600 a load when yeah, they're only getting maybe, well, actually, no, that's about what they're getting, about $500 or $600 loads on them. No, they might say they're getting 1,000 or 1,500. And, this particular company I worked for, they were working mostly Halliburton, which we all know Halliburton pays like shit. But they were getting like $500-$600 a load for like 50-mile runs. Now, take in mind, you're all like, 50-mile runs, I could do 100 of them a day. Well, it's wintertime up here. It's snowing, which that wasn't bad. So it takes 30 minutes to put chains on. What we can do. But, you go, and this particular site was, let's see, Mingo Junction, Ohio. It's real easy. You go there, you fill up, you pick up, you get weighed. If you're there by yourself, you might be in and out of there in 30 minutes. There's a few guys in front of you. Yeah, about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how long the scale master and shit can get a hold of you and get you in and out of the silo. So you do that, you go out of there, and most of these places are out in the middle of nowhere, so you have to take Pacific routes. Like this says, it's only 42 miles. I can tell you on my odometer it was more like 60 miles having to drive out there. Um, so, they probably know in Halliburton, they probably use Google or some shit, like you're driving your pickup truck out there. So you get out to the site, and that's after, if you haven't been there before, you got to find it. And if you're lucky, they put security guard down the bottom with some rotating lights on there, and, you can find them real easy. But if not, you're playing going really slow down these little backcountry roads and hoping you don't miss this little dirt road that you're supposed to turn down because the directions they usually give you are, archaic. So you get there. Yeah, if you're lucky, you can just shoot up the hill or down the road or whatever. But usually you got a stage with a bunch of water trucks or whatnot. And so now you go out there, you chain up because some idiot decided with ball tires to get stuck on the lease road, and now it just freaking made everyone have to freaking work harder for a few inches of snow. And you get out there and you chain up and you wait and you wait. So about an hour goes by, everybody's lined up, maybe 2 hours, and at this time, I don't know how you might get paid out west or whatever, but from what I heard, our detention is after. I think what the heck so I think it was like after 3 or 4 hours they were gonna pay us. It's not called detention, whatever you guys call it, something totally different. I can't remember the freaking word, but anywho, we were paid something like 68 cents a minute or something like that. They were paying us, well, paying the company, and then supposedly we got 28% out of it. I mean, 25% out of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much like almost minimum wage, maybe above minimum wage, the actual driver's getting to sit around. So that's how that went. This wasn't no big company, this was a pretty mom and pop kind of company. Um, Nothing, I mean, they had like at least 40 trucks, 30 trucks, something like that. Um, but they offered, benefits and shit. But it is what it is. Even if I was getting paid, even if I wasn't, even if I was getting paid 1099, I'll show you the paper here. This is just the last few load, like the last day load I did until I said, screw this, this isn't worth it. I gotta be at home making $1,500 a week. grossing instead of maybe grossing. I think I grossed the one check I grossed about $2,000, and that was work doing about 2 loads, 2 3 loads a day. There's another place we used to go to that was only not even like 20 miles away from this, where we picked up sand at. And you could by the time you played their little rinky dame and going up the mountain there and staging for a little bit, you could do you could do 3 loads, 3 4 loads a day out there. But that paid well. I'll show you. This one's 42 miles, only pays 117. That's what I was getting per load. And let's see, the other one, I don't know what I did with that paper, but the other one was only paying like $98 a load or $90 a load or something like that. Actually, I think it might have been lower, it might have been like 80 something. So, guys coming out here thinking that, these loads are paying some of these companies $1,000 a load and you're getting 25% of it. You just make sure you ask for a load sheet first, because they're gonna blow smoke up your ass. Out of 10 companies you might go look at, or owner operators, about 2 of them might actually pay you, or actually not work for, some shithole outfit like Halliburton, or I forget the other name of the other couple that are like pay really like shit. But yeah, just keep that in mind before you waste like a month of your life thinking you're gonna make, tons of. Now $2,000 ain't bad. Um, if you're single and you want to live in like, I don't know, what was that damn thing? Like a 98 Peterbilt, it's beat to shit. No, I mean, it's gonna get beat to shit anyway because you're out in the oil field. But I mean, I was pretty much stuck in that truck. They knew it. I asked them before I went. I said, "Does it have an inverter? Does it have a fridge or something?" I said, "I'm going to be stuck in there. I'm going to be busting my ass off for you, making me and you money. So I don't want to, I don't want to have to be. Well, I mean, I sat at a truck stop anyway, but the fucking thing ran all the time. The fuel, my grows got tracked out of fuel. I asked him if it had APU. He said, yeah. Which, once I got to see the truck, they're like, oh yeah, the truck we were going to send you, it wasn't ready. Here's this truck, and that was bullshit because there were no other trucks left in the damn. It's just, what you got, what you got. So I know it's going to sound a little bit like I'm a pussy and I'm bitching, but hey, if you're going to sit out there for freaking 24 hours a day for a month fucking straight, you can't be buying fucking hot dogs at goddamn TA all the time, and you got to be able to fucking go grocery shop and fucking actually cook some of your own food. You can't just live like that. You'll blow half your freaking money, especially if you're only making like $100 a load anyway. You'll blow your quarter of your money just freaking eating at the TA and shit. So that's just not feasible. But if you're single, this guy offered health benefits and shit and everything, which I didn't take any of them. But still, if you want to, he paid taxes. But like I said, even the load I was getting paid was 117 a load. So 1099, so you get to keep the $2,000 instead of after taxes. I think it came out to like a little under $1,400 I was getting. But that wasn't to sit out there 24 hours a day, soaking wet with fucking shit and slop and everything. I mean, that might sound great to some of you in the flyover states and shit that don't even have like fucking all you got's a Walmart to work at and shit. But I mean, just think about it before you go, going out there and doing this shit for a month or whatever, and think you're gonna make bring home like 3,000 a week like everyone said they used to. You gotta actually like look at the companies and ask questions and make sure you get shit in writing. That's the only way you can do it really around in the trucking industry. Always, either a recruiter or anything, make sure you get something emailed to you in writing with the company letterhead and the recruiter's name and all that other shit on it. So I'm just gonna flip the camera around and show you where these the last 2 loads I guess I did since I was there, and this is the 42-mile one, which was really more like 60 miles. Because I don't know what fucking roads they were using. I was following everybody else too. So this is the same way, the only way you could get there by truck was this way. And you had to go in a certain way and everything. So I'm going to flip the camera around, let you see some of it. Well, maybe I can't. Oh yeah, there you go. All right. Well, as you can see, that's my load sheet for that day, and that's what I did. It's $235 for it, and there's no way you could legally. I could, well, maybe illegally I could have done maybe 3 loads of there, but I would have had like 4 hours of sleep maybe for the day, and there would have been no way to like even get around that. And we were doing 100 air miles, but I was working at night, but once daylight came up, you had a couple way stations, a couple DOT in the area opened up, and it just wasn't worth it doing it after that. So, but yeah, so just make sure you know, look into the company that you're going with or the owner operator, ask questions. I'm sure if I want to, I can go back out there and go in another company. I had a good offer, but I had some family issues. Wife's pregnant and stuff, and that's the pregnancy's starting to get a little heavy on her, and we got a coal boiler, and it needs emptied out and shit. So you know, the money just wasn't worth the risk, I guess you could say, to stay out there. Her pregnancy hasn't been going very well, so and we're about 100 miles, maybe more, from the nearest family could help, and a lot of them have their own problems. So, yeah, but just check in what you're doing. Make sure you read up on whoever you're getting employed with. Um, Ask questions. Get actual, ask. Show me a load sheet of what other drivers are getting paid. If they won't do it, then well, why bother even going there? If they ain't gonna be truthful to you from the beginning, well, why bother wasting your time, really? And like I said, if I was single and didn't have a family and shit, sure, I might have stayed there. I would have thought I was at the bottom of the barrel, and still, I've not heard guys, known guys, grossing 3-4 grand. It was 1099, but this company paid W-2, but still, that still would have been, you still would have brought home after taxes like $2,000 and stuff. But now that's money for busting your ass and you know dealing with that shit. That's good pay. But other than that, you know, it is whatever you make of it. So yeah, I know I don't make many videos, and I know probably nobody really watches, and a lot of Prime guys probably don't even watch my shit anymore. Um, you know, try to go back to Prime anyway for the hell of it, but I got some bullshit from another company. I got to get off my PSP report. I'm in the middle of doing that right now. You just call them up and tell them blah blah blah. They put some shit on there, and hopefully in 15 days, the other company don't answer, which I'm sure they won't because the safety guy that I had a problem with and everything happened. He actually got fired. This was at an owner operator company, American Transport. I'm not saying they're bad, but if you go on their Google and Google them up, and you will see the reviews are not stellar. That's for sure. So I'm not gonna really talk too much shit on too many places. It's more of my opinion or my suggestion, I should say, if anything, and the way that goes. So, you got any questions? Want any answers? Maybe want some suggestions before you go and do oil, or sand hauling, I should say. Give me a holler. I check my phone every once in a while now. Right now, I'm doing LTL for a less than stellar LTL carrier, but they're making it work. They're trying to do some things. So I could tell you this: if you're over the road right now and you want to try to get home more, and probably depending on where you're at, make more money, being at home, or at least home every day or every night, vice versa, depending on what you end up doing, line haul or P&D. Um, there's a lot of shit talked about it. I can't tell about other terminals, but I can say that my terminal, Central Transport, um, it is what it is. New trucks, at least. But I pull in about grossing about 1,400 a week, and that's not even busting my ass. If I wanted to make more, I could and work the dock and shit, and beg for some better runs, but it's, shit's going. It's good. Health insurance, they partner up with Blue Cross Blue Shield now, so they're better, but it's about everybody else's health insurance. It's not no union health insurance, that's for sure. So, you got any questions, comments? Just shoot me a message on here, and hopefully it'll pop up my phone, and I'll get a hold of you within I don't know a month or so. So I'm gonna try to start making some more videos, I guess, just to inform people about stuff. But I mean, trucking's kind of boring. It's not like I'm hauling, excavators and fucking front end loaders and all kinds of cool shit around, or nuclear waste or some shit. So it's just it is what it is. I know there's a lot better content out there, and way it goes. I might even start talking about money and debt and stuff. Right now I'm trying to, if anybody ever heard of Dave Ramsey, I'm trying to get into that too. And I bought like this little house here. I bought cash, but $10,000. That was back when I was doing a little bit better, but now I'm no longer, I guess you could say, a lease operator. But I'll get into that too. I guess it depends if people start asking questions and actually want to see videos about, maybe I'll actually start doing some shit. So yeah, maybe I'll try to get a better camera and record better too. That might help too. But I guess it all depends if I get a following. I guess I have a couple subscribers on here. So, yeah, I guess I'm signing out. I'm going to go get ready for work pretty much. And go drive through all this fucking shitty ass, I don't know, what do you want to call it? It's not lake effect snow, but here in central Pennsylvania, I guess right now it's Gulf effect snow. Some goofy shit coming up from the Gulf. So, yeah, I'm signing off. Another video coming hopefully soon. I don't know, it depends. So, all right, see ya.